What's up guys, here with another video, and in this video I'll be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, right? I know that I have not been making lots of NBA content for some reason because a lot of people are not interested, but I need to bring a lot of Laker fan here. I want to say a quick message, man. The season's over, man. Like, I don't care what you say, but the season's over, and Lakers, in the offseason has to make major moves, and this cannot go in again. As a quick summary of the Lakers season, this has got to be one of the most disappointing, Lakers team of all time, right? Yeah, this is not looking good, and everybody is like making fun of the Lakers, and it's just toxic rumors all over the place. And boy, oh boy, like this is just, everything just went wrong for the Lakers, and yeah, they took the biggest L of the season, and I don't think they will make it in the play in this at this point. And they're currently in the 11th seed, so yeah, man, this Laker team has been so awful, man. I've been following the Lakers, but just seeing how the way they play, they look like they're old. They don't want to try. They look like lazy out there. It's just not acceptable, you know? They play like if they're just like retiring, right? Like no sense of urgency, no energy, and I mean, especially when they play on the road, they're just losing games after games after games, and they play in spurts. They cannot they always make fake comebacks, and they always choke in the fourth quarter. And there's been a lot of winnable games, that the Lakers could do, but they decide, put it away, right? Why has this Laker team is the most disappointing team of all time? Like, you need to tell me. Okay. Not just, for the Lakers as a franchise, but this has been the most confusing super team of all time, and I know that there has been chemistry problem. They still play like if it's like a preseason. They have not won a game in the preseason, which already, formatted, of what they're gonna look like in the regular season. They didn't take any game seriously. They still think it's a preseason mode, but we're almost in the playoff, But I say, like the Lakers, 2022, 2021, off season, they, Rob Pelinka, was made the worst trade ever for the Lakers, man. No super team has been this bad, right? You're telling me the Lakers cannot even get in the stinking play-in tournament with 3 max contract? That's a huge problem right there. And this Lakers team has so many problems, this year. Yeah, I get, like all the Lakers here, all the, the fans, they just make fun of them, But don't worry, as the entire franchise, they're not garbage, They still have 17 championship. They're not going to win it this year. So, what's the Lakers' problem? Frank Vogel, this guy needs to go, man. As soon as the season ends, like, this guy has to go. There's no question about it. I'm not defending this dude. Lakers suck because of, head coach Westbrook and, an injuries problem, too. So, yeah, Westbrook needs to be traded. Frank Vogel needs to go. I noticed that, as Jason Kidd, and his other, assistant coach left, like, Frank Vogel is exposed. Frank Vogel is a garbage-ass coach. He's garbage, man. He's more like Frank Vogel, not Frank Vogel. That's why his name is Frank. Oh, yeah, he's a prank. Yeah, he pranked the Lakers, man. He's not really a head coach, man. Why is Frank Vogel the worst coach of all time in 2022 as a head coach? It's because, his rotations are poor. He's been playing small ball. The Lakers has been playing no defense at all. So let me talk about the Lakers, statistics. So yeah, they have, poor rotation. They don't play consistent, and they are one of the worst team. They're like the 7th or 28th worst team when it comes to defense. they have so many turnovers, so many fouls, and all stuff. I know that the refs are garbage, but it doesn't matter at this point. The Lakers are still going nowhere, with this type of roster, and the head coach. The coach are poor, the players suck. LeBron's looking old, like they either have to trade him or they either, just live and die with it. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but I say that the Lakers off season, this last off season was totally an F, because the Wizard won that trade by like tons of. They just robbed the Lakers, man. Like, Russell Westbrook is not himself. He thinks he's the OKC. He only plays for stats and stuff. He makes so many mistake, and even crucial mistake. Westbrook is just not fitting the team. The Lakers are just trying to get smaller, I've been watching, Lakers channel. I've been watching, basketball, just to highlight. But you need some bigs out there, This is why the Lakers defense is so weak. Is because they don't have a big guy. Typically, a championship you need a legitimate size. You don't need like small ball. The small ball does not work in the NBA. Right? I say 99% of the time. Not unless if you're like the Golden State Warrior and stuff. This guy has no idea how to coach, and I don't think he should ever get a coaching job. This guy is just like a machine or a robot or something, or a puppet. Like, he just probably get a lot. I assume that he gets most of his help from the assistant coach, right? Yeah, he's just, or either that he's not a good fit for the Lakers. And if Rob Pelinka doesn't do anything about it, if he mess up this offseason, then he's gonna be gone too. Out the door for him. I mean, the Lakers has been losing like so many closeout games, and they get blown out by like teams, and they've been losing a lot of teams that they shouldn't be losing. The Lakers been losing to a lot of bummy teams. Not even an average team, like a bummy team. Injuries, but even with LeBron, AD, and Westbrook, they're still not winning. I mean, I just watched a few days ago, they couldn't even beat the Pelicans, and the Pelicans are trash, and they don't have Zion. The Pelicans are injured as well, so they still cannot beat a lot of teams. The Dwight Howard and Andy Davis, locker room talks. I think the Lakers just need to tank. They have to end the season right now. It's over, man, and there are 16 games. It's ridiculous, man. There are teams that have way less talented than than this Laker, and they're having like way more wins, and yeah, they're 37-47. It's ridiculous. Like, I thought, like, this team, probably only have LeBron James, but you got 3 superstars, right? I mean, Westbrook is not even close, to be a superstar. He's more like a stat player. This guy should be coming off the bench, or even should not even be playing in the NBA the way he looks right now. A lot of people call him Westbricks and stuff. He looks worse than, probably worse than Dennis Schroeder and KCP. Yeah, the Wizard beat, Laker in the trade. Like in a gigantic landslide, man. The Lakers made a big downgrade ever since they got Westbrook. So who did the Lakers give up for Westbrook? Now that has to be the dumbest trade in NBA history, right? It's because LeBron went there. I have to take some blame on LeBron, because LeBron, AD, they wanted him play for the Lakers, but it did not work out. The Wizard, acquired, KCP, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and, and other, draft picks. They just stole it, man. And Westbrook doesn't even worth like a one player thing. And now they have, trade Westbrook, and they have to, send another draft pick to some other teams. Boy, man. Boy, like, yeah. Let's see if I still miss anything. So yeah, they always make fake comeback. They blow like really large leads. It's just embarrassing. I know that the play-in tournament, help the team you get in the playoff, but if you can't even be in the play-in with three superstars, three max contract, unless if there's like injury, but it's not an excuse, man. Okay? I think Frank Vogel made a lot of poor decision, management and stuff, and this is why, players injured more often. I mean, I can see, like, why, Frank Vogel takes a lot of criticism, right? Yeah, this is frustrating. He doesn't use big, even though he has a big. The reason why I emphasize that Frank Vogel needs to go is because this Laker team or Rob Pelinka cannot get any more shooting guard or or small players, right? They need to get bigger, man. They need more big size. They need to like guard the paint, and find a defensive player that can actually, defend the three, because nowadays, team shoots a lot of three. I thought that the Lakers are just pretending, to suck, but they truly suck. Like, I cannot even describe, how awful, and how painful it is. I hope this, view gets a lots of view. I mean, it should, go viral, but everybody knows, what the Lakers' identity is, and yeah, man, this has to be upsetting. This has to be. I don't know who's gonna step down. Either Rob Pelinka gets stepped down or something. They just need a new. They just need a new team. Honestly, either get younger, or if LeBron or AD cannot give you another championship, just trade them away. Just trade them. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get something in return. You gotta do something about it. You cannot waste another year like this, man. You can't. I get it, like Frank Vogel, didn't get fired. He should get fired a long time ago. This guy is probably like, he's like another Luke Walton guy. This is even worse than the 2019, Lakers or 2013 Lakers. This is probably even worse. And I've seen teams that are way more injured, way less talented, and they're still better than the Lakers. Like, I don't know what to say about this, man. But if I miss something out, just comment below and stuff. Yeah, there's just no, intensity out there. They look like they're just walking, and just LeBron just can't play defense. He can only play offense. Can't play defense. He's prone to injuries. As you get older, your body gets breakdown, so you slowly gonna decline your performance. But I don't think it's enough for the Lakers. This is just not enough. End of the video here, and peace out.